Day 10, Scarlett.
Day 10.
Double digits. Yeah, so first thing up today is finishing these out. We're gonna do tops for them. So tops and probably the faces as well.
So right now we're in the process of cutting our cabinet faces and laying them out to see how they take shape. This time around we do have power tools, so we're using a table saw for these cuts, and it honestly makes all the difference.
Now here's one of the weird funky things we got to do on this one is cut it at a 45-degree angle. I chose to go with 45 because it's just going to make everything a heck of a lot easier. I'm going to be a little bit conservative with this cut right here, but again, table saw, just absolute game changer.
Test it out.
Okay, for the cabinets, rather than using like framing and stuff, we just kind of use one of these right here. This is a 3/4 of an inch by 1.5 inch thick piece of pine, and basically we ran one of these down each entire length of the cabinets just to give us a base, and then on top of that, we put in 1/2 inch top choice plywood. So this is like birch plywood, and that's this stuff right here. Really high quality, really nice, but still light. So that's one of the things you need to consider with doing cabinets, is you want to make them as light as possible. So we use that, and then for the cabinet faces, we actually have inch thick MDF, and we made it an inch thick because we have to do 1/2 inch pockets for these little things right here. Hinges will actually sit on the face right here, so you'll do a 1/2 inch pocket right here, which is why we need it to be an inch thick, because you don't want to do a 1/2 inch pocket in a 1/2 inch piece of wood, and then you'll be seeing the back of your hinge. So that's why we went with the 1 inch MDF for the final thing.
So this is the messy part. And you just kind of push it into all the gaps or basically a hole. Walls are all patched with this stuff. It's wood filler. I'd love to say I have a love-hate relationship with it, but mostly it's just a hate relationship. And now we're gonna sand. Alright, time to paint.
What are you painting, Scarlett?
Oh, these walls. They're taking forever.
They are taking forever. They look good though.
It's
Comment
like,
down below.
That's like 3 coats, and they still need another coat, so.
Well,
And I still haven't done this one. This one still looks like trash.
it's okay. It's coming together. You can't see the holes anymore, so
Yeah.
it's looking really good. And then I'm over here. I finished out the cabinets. We've got all the cabinet faces. Used the jig to get all those. And what I've been doing is taking the Sikaflex and filling all the seams so that when we paint inside here, it'll look nice and buttoned up. DIY. So here's the cabinets. These things took forever because there's all kinds of contouring like back there that we're doing, stuff like that. So that's where I'm at. Well, one of the things I don't like about ours is that you open the cabinets and literally the inside looks like garbage because we just kind of slapped up plywood around ours. So we took a lot of time cutting out cardboard mock-up pieces so that we could get the insides as clean as possible, so that when you open this, you know, once it's all painted and everything, you have a really clean inside your cabinet and a lot of space that you can use. So now what I'm having to do is contour the edges of the cabinets. It's not that hard per se. I can do it all on the table saw, so it'll look really clean. So that basically this little block is the ceiling, and that they can still open flat like that without getting in the way or without bumping it at all. So that's what we're looking at now. So it'll sit right on the edge, basically. And I think that what this will do is when you turn on those LED strips that are going to be sitting right on it, it's going to be a really, really cool look for that. So. Okay, end of day 10, entering the double digits here. We got some good stuff done. We got the upper cabinets mostly complete, and Scarlett was working a lot on the walls today. They're looking good, except for that one that you see behind us. Yeah, so the cabinets are taking a long time, but we're really trying to make them look good both on the outside and the inside. And the hinging is kind of difficult when you're doing basically cabinets that are gonna appear as one kind of face essentially. So
they're also completely custom.
Yeah.
Like every part of them.
Yeah.
So.
And there's a lot of contours and weird shapes and bands. So that's been a big thing we've had to deal with, but it's fun. It's good. And they're coming together. They're really looking good. So anyway, that wraps up day 10. What we got tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow's Saturday. It feels like we should be done.
No,
For the weekend.
We're working through it.
It's Friday. Day 11. Tomorrow. Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Day 11. Already taking me for a ride here. So we've opted to eliminate the toe kick, and we're gonna do kind of some super modern adjustments on the cabinets, but that's where we're at. A lot of measuring. We're down to like 1/8 of an inch of clearance and everything with all the pieces of wood and slides and all that. So it's gonna work. Okay, so I've got some cabinets cut out here, and then I've got these little pockets. We're gonna do a similar thing where we run these beams, these pine beams down the length to give them a little extra support. Scarlett's painting. What are you painting, Scarlett? How's it going?
It's like the 5th coat. So right now, we've framed our bottom cabinets, but when we recline the seat, it hits. And we did account for that, but I guess we just
Not enough.
didn't account for it enough. The seat is hitting
It
that.
sits right here.
And I mean, it's not even as far back as it can go, and we obviously don't know who will be buying this vehicle, so we want to make sure if they're a larger person like Seth is, that they can obviously drive comfortably. And right now they just wouldn't be able to do that. So we're going to take about 3 inches off, and we're going to angle it. Alright, so while Seth is making those adjustments to the lower cabinets, I've just given our walls a 3rd coat of paint, so they're looking real good. They're still drying. In the meantime, I've just ensured that all our seams are patched correctly, and I'm gonna have to paint everything that's still this exposed wood to match the white walls. So this will all be white in an hour or two. That's the goal.
This morning was a bit sad. We threw together the cabinets and everything. The cabinets are really tight. It's a very, very tight fit, which is great because we utilize all the space. But it's also very difficult to get everything to fit in correctly. So this is what we have so far. We're gonna do kind of a similar design to the upper cabinets right here, where essentially you have 1 or 2 or 3 pieces that run all the way through and are braced, and that's what these little socket holes are right here. So I'm going to assemble this right now, which you'll probably see right over there on the time lapse. Yeah, so the idea is that it would actually sit more like that, but you'd have some extra space to recline back. 45 because it'll match the other angles we have in here, and it's just a clean look and everything.
Baby is not a happy camper today. When Seth has a bad day, everything becomes trash. The van is trash. His outfit is trash. His life is trash.
Okay, this is not for the weak of spirit.
It's called the faint of heart.
Get in. Get in.
Where's the hammer?
It's right here.
Where's the old mount? It's a cabinet.
How long did that take you to build?
10 hours.
Alright, we're test fitting our countertop, which has taken us all day.
Okay, so end of day 11 here. Interesting day for me. Scarlett got lots done on the inside with the paint. Everything's looking real good in here. Did some angles, some fun contouring, yeah. I think that what we came up with is actually going to look better in the long run anyway. So I expected this, because I remember this from last time, but Scarlett's a dreamer. She's a dreamer.
I forget what it's like.
So anyway, that's that. That's what we got done today.
Quick to forget, quick to forgive, baby.
Yeah, there you go. Alright, see you tomorrow.
It's day 12 today, and we are working on doing our lower cabinets. We have our uppers mostly completed. They're not mounted, but they're sitting in the van, and now we're going to get started on our lowers.
I know you didn't forget the time-lapse camera.
I forgot the time-lapse camera.
Scarlett.
Alright, so while Seth is in the garage doing the lower cabinets, I'm going to use this plastic wood filler. I'm going to go over all our uppers, and I'm going to fill in all these gaps. Just make them super smooth, and then I'm going to take my sander, our sander, and I'm going to sand them all down. And then we're going to do paint.
Okay, so I'm in here building the cabinets. So the cabinet structure is done, and what I'm doing now is building the drawers and everything. It's looking pretty decent. It's coming together. And right now I'm building the tabletop, and the idea is that it slides out like this, and then we'll flip over and extend all the way down. So the sub countertop desk thing is kind of done. You can see right here, all the nails are flush so that when I lay the piece of plywood down on top, I'll have a nice flush system. I have this center support section right here so that there's no bowing in the cabinet or the top when it's on.
I've been painting away. Let's see what Seth has been up to in here.
So Scarlett had this impossible design idea, and we were talking about tables. And she was like, oh, it would be cool if the table pulled out and then flipped out and like doubled itself, so that your whole kind of bench area along the one side, and then this bench area that's going to be right here would have a table that you could use. So this is what our solution to that essentially was. So this is a drawer right here, a little kind of desk drawer situation, like so. So it's a little bit thicker of a drawer, but you pull it out like this. You know, you could sit on your couch right here, do some work, do whatever. All right, then, just wait. You can pull it out like this. These two sets of drawer slats would pull out like so. There would be hinges right here, and this top would fold over like that. So that's the design element of it. Quite a bit done on this apparatus right here. We have the bottom drawers in right there, middle drawer, top table drawer right there. There's another little like smaller drawer over this side, and then the sink will be on the other half, so that won't interfere with the sink. And then this is the piece for the tray that the refrigerator will sit on. I'm gonna wait to build this one until the refrigerator is actually here. That's what we've got going on so far today. It's been pretty slow progress-wise, I think, for both Scarlett and I. She's been outside painting, and I've been in here doing all these cuts, lots of contouring, and I'm trying to use as much space as we possibly can in the van.
So my day has basically consisted of this. Everything's kind of dispersed right now, but all of our faces are painted. They're kind of all haphazardly laid out just because I want them all to dry equally, but they're looking really good. All right, that's gonna conclude this week's build episode. We are officially halfway through. So next Wednesday, we have another build episode coming out, and we'll have about 2 to 3 more after that. If you want to stay up to date with us on our travels post build to sell conversion, we are on Instagram at LewisTheVan. And I think that's it for us. So bye.